You win the game. That's what we're doing today. We're casting Approach of the Second Sun in Legacy. I know it sounds pretty wild, but it's not as crazy as it seems. I'm going to tell you why. I know, it sounds really wild. Approach of the Second Sun in Legacy. So, before we begin, I would like to give Tony Scaponi the credit for this idea. Tony mentioned it to me months ago, and I've been sitting with this card in the back burner going like, is it really good enough? And I'm about to tell you why I believe it's going to be good enough very soon. So in Modern Horizons 3, they've previewed a new card called Flare of Fortitude for 2 white. You get an instant where instead of paying this spell's mana cost, you can sacrifice a non-token white creature. Your life total can't change. You gain all of your creatures gain indestructible and hexproof until the end of turn. So that means that you can't Grapeshot your opponent for lethal, or you can't Tendrils of Agony your opponent for lethal either because their life total literally cannot change. Okay, so how do you get around that? Thassa's Oracle. Okay, well you can't Burning Wish for Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle is a creature. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, is a planeswalker. So you need something that says you win the game. Approach of the Second Sun is literally the closest playable card that is a sorcery that says you win the game. The only other option is Coalition Victory. So, Approach of the Second Sun. So you need 14 mana to win with Approach of the Second Sun. Okay, and you have to be able to draw 7 cards. So if you look in the past when we were trying to beat the One Ring, we played Cut to Ribbons. And with Cut to Ribbons, you weren't allowed to cast Gaia's Will, which was a problem. Because you need to be able to put the Cut to Ribbons to the graveyard. Gaia's Will exiles all cards that would go to your graveyard. So that was problematic. Approach of the Second Sun doesn't care about that. Okay. And then most of the time that you were winning with Cut to Ribbons, you had a Song of Creation in play. So with Song of Creation, you don't actually care about the drawing 7 cards part of Approach of the Second Sun because it's going to be fairly easy. So that's kind of nice. And then 14 mana is actually less than what you needed to win with Cut to Ribbons. So I think that Approach of the Second Sun, in general, is just so much better than Cut to Ribbons, except for the fact that it doesn't answer creatures on the front end. Today we're not playing Grapeshot, which answers creatures on the front end and beats Veil of Summer, just like Approach of the Second Sun. So we are not playing a card with Burning Wish that answers creatures. And I've been thinking about it a lot. I can't remember the last time that I successfully Burning Wished for Grapeshot to kill the creature that was stopping me from winning the game. So let's think about the creatures that stop you from winning the game. The first and foremost would be Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. So in order to do that, you have to have 3 mana, and then you have to have the Burning Wish in hand. You have to be able to play the Burning Wish, go get the Grapeshot past the turn. You need to have 3 mana on the following turn, so Wasteland, Rashadan Port. If it's artifact mana, it needs to not be blown up. So you have to be able to untap, and then you have to be able to Grapeshot. And your opponent needs to not have Mother of Runes, and then you need the ability to win on the same turn. It's a lot of what-ifs for Grapeshot to be able to kill a Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Okay, so what if it's not Thalia? What if it's a different creature like Collector Ooze? Well, now you need Volcanic Island and Commercial District in play, one of which enters the battlefield tapped, because you can't use artifact mana to cast red spells. So you need both of your red sources, and then they need to stay in play. So that's a problem too. So if it's not Thalia or Collector Ooze, what are you Grapeshotting that's stopping you from winning the game? That's sort of what I'm getting at here. Is like, I don't think being able to answer creatures is actually that relevant right now. So instead today, we're playing Approach of the Second Sun. I think that it's the way forward. It beats the One Ring, it beats Flare of Fortitude, it beats Veil of Summer. I think it just makes sense. So I know that it seems a little bit wild, but today I'm going to try to win multiple times with Approach of the Second Sun. I'm becoming a little long-winded at this point. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I promise you it's not crazy, and I'll see you in the first match. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We're on the draw. According to Goldfish, our opponent has been on Bug Scaminator. So that's what I'm going to assume they're playing here. We've opened up on double Burning Wish, which is pretty clunky. I think I'm going to send this hand back. Okay, so this hand, not ideal, but I do like land drops versus blue decks. We're going to keep. Get rid of Underground Sea. Misty Rainforest. Underground Sea. Ponder. Brainstorm was a good draw. We'll play Misty Rainforest and Lotus Petal. Pass the turn. Wasteland. Play Bloodstained Mire. We'll pass. Dress down. So this could be Stifle Knot. And now they play Ponder. They did not shuffle. Tropical Island. And there is a Phyrexian Dreadnought. I will fetch. We do have to fear Stifle. Grab Underground Sea. Let's play a Brainstorm. Put back the Undercity Sewers and Chromox. Fetch. Let's grab a Commercial District. I think we want the Lotus Petal. It gives us Metalcraft. Our opponent has 4 cards in hand. We'll play Lotus Petal. Play the Mox Opal. Let's Ponder. There's a Lion's Eye Diamond, just like we drew it up. Attempt a Veil of Summer. That resolved. Okay, so it looks like we get Lion's Eye Diamond with 3 mana in play. Or, I'm sorry, Echo with 3 mana in play. Storm is 6. We found Tendrils of Agony, which is good. But we do have to worry about Stifle. I'm going to see if I can bait out a Stifle with this fetch. I did not. Ponder. Another Dark Ritual. I think we'll keep that. So now we'll play Dark Ritual. We have 8 total mana, which is enough to Burning Wish for Thoughtseize into the Tendrils. Play Mox Opal. Cast Burning Wish. Grab Thoughtseize. I guess that we ended up with plus 1 mana. I wonder if I didn't need to hit the Dark Ritual off the Ponder. And they did find Stifle. Tendrils of Agony. Huzzah. There we go. Game number 1. We didn't get to use Approach of the Second Sun, but I'll take beating a Stifle. We probably want a couple copies of Beseech Who Endures. We'll board out a few copies of Mox Opal. Let's try this. Game number 2, we're on the draw. I think that this hand is fine. We will keep. Our opponent has taken a mulligan. Misty Rainforest and they're passing. We'll play Volcanic Island. And let's Ponder. These all seem good to me. We'll hide the Burning Wish on top. Pass the turn. They waited till turn 2 to Ponder. You know that they have a Stifle in their hand. Come on. This is so telegraphed. So one of the keys to playing a card like Stifle is sometimes you want to sequence in ways that it's not obvious that you have the card in your hand. We'll see if we can bait it out here with the Misty. No, they did not bite. Okay. I mean, I'm still pretty convinced they have it in their hand, so we're just not going to play into it. We'll keep the Beseiju. Pass the turn. We'll play Beseiju and pass. And Sep Orcish Bowmasters. Dress down. Okay. Maybe it's a Veil of Summer that they're sitting on. There's the Phyrexian Dreadnought. It might be a Veil of Summer. Commercial District. A little bit of a weird draw here. Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal. We got a Chrome Mox. Imprint Gaia's Will. We'll try a Burning Wish. That has resolved. We'll grab the Thoughtseize. Cast it. The Force of Negation. So it looks like they might have the Stifle after all. We'll play Commercial District. I don't think I want another Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll play this Lion's Eye Diamond. And let's get Stifled. Because if I wait any longer, the card just doesn't do anything. So we're getting Stifled. And there it is. It was obvious, but we couldn't play around it. And now the best thing we can do is... Oh, I don't think I would have traded my LED for a single relay anyway. But the best thing we can do is just draw another Burning Wish, because we can't even cast Beseech the Mirror. They have 3 cards. Ponder's not bad. I guess I can go all in, sacrificing the Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll make 3 black. Ponder. They cast Veil of Summer. Sure. 3 lands. Come on, Beseech the Mirror. Let's see it. Pretty please. Nope, another land. Alright, game 3. So they have Stifle, Veil of Summer. I mean, that's a lot of hate. Game 3 on the play. It would have been insane to rip the Beseech the Mirror there, because we actually would have gotten to use Approach of the Second Sun to beat Veil of Summer that turn, but unfortunately we did not draw the Beseech the Mirror. And I think actually Burning Wish would have done it too, because we had enough mana. Yeah, this hand is great. Keep. We'll begin with a Lion's Eye Diamond. We do need this to resolve. Chrome Mox. And now you have an interesting decision on what spell would you rather have underneath here. I think I'm going to put the Burning Wish under there, because if I draw a Galvanic Relay post-Echo, it's going to be better. Veil of Summer. And now we'll make 3 blue. And let's float a blue mana instead of a red. Storm 5 Echo of Aeons. Well, if I had floated a red, this would have been much better. Instead of you floating the blue. I can still Galvanic Relay out of the sideboard, if that's something we want. The question is Relay out of the board better than what I have already? And I don't think it is. So instead, I'm just going to fetch now to avoid Stifle, and we'll grab Commercial District. We don't need another land. They can go to the graveyard. Pass the turn. Polluted Delta, and pass. They have 7 cards. We'll begin with a Dark Ritual, and let's try Veil of Summer. That just resolved. So I can Echo again, or I can Beseech the Mirror. Beseech the Mirror would lose to like a Surgical or a bunch of other things, so I'm more inclined to Echo of Aeons here. Burning Wish. We'll grab the sideboard Echo. We'll float a red. Let's spin. Floating Grixis mana. Storm is 4. They pick up a Tropical Island. They Veil of Summer. Okay, so we don't have to worry about Stifle. And Approach of the Second Sun might be the card here. Oh, it is. We're going to Approach win. This is going to be sweet. Alright, we'll start with Dark Ritual. Beseech the Mirror with Bargain. We'll get rid of Mox Opal. Grab Song of Creation. We'll play Song of Creation. Lion's Eye Diamond. Draw 2. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lotus Petal. Play a land. Might as well go grab another land here. Volcanic will do. Play out a Chrome Mox. Imprint Galvanic Relay. Another Lion's Eye Diamond. There's our Burning Wish for the Approach. Lotus Petal. Play out a Chrome Mox. Imprint Beseech. Dark Ritual. Lotus Petal. Mox Opal. We drew our Echo. That's great. Okay, so it's like almost impossible to lose from here. We'll make a red. We're going to hold control. And we'll Burning Wish. In response to this trigger, we're going to make white, blue, red, black. Okay. I can't believe we're doing this. We're grabbing Approach of the Second Sun. Oh, this video's worth it. Okay, let's go. We are casting Approach of the Second Sun. Play Ponder. Draw 2. We'll keep these. Take the Lotus Petal. Play Lotus Petal. Cast Brainstorm. This will draw the Approach. Put back 2 lands. We'll Dark Ritual. Oh, I love this moment so much. Approach of the Second Sun, match number 1. Couldn't have wrote this any better. Let's go. Approach of the Second Sun win in Legacy. Alright. Video done. You don't need to watch anymore. But I'm going to try to continue to win with it. Stick around. I would enjoy that. But, wow. Alright. Match 2 coming right up. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Match number 2 on the play. Although I feel like I've peaked a little bit. Like, how am I supposed to top that? Sheesh. Okay, according to MTG Goldfish, our opponent only plays the Orzhov scam decks. So I don't think I'm actually allowed to keep this very slow hand. We'll send it back. This doesn't seem bad. We'll keep bottom a fetch land. Well, we're going to main phase Brainstorm. That was pretty good. We'll hide Dark Ritual and Ponder, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mox Opal, Chrome Mox, and let's imprint the Brainstorm. Pass the turn. Shadowy Backstreet, Surveils Away Wasteland. So my best hit here is a Burning Wish. You could go all in on the Lion's Eye Diamond, but I don't love that. I think I'm actually supposed to fetch first, because I know that I don't want the Dark Ritual on top of the deck. We'll grab Bayou. Ponder. I'll take an Echo. Float a red. Add 3 blue. Let's draw 7. We are a black mana away from being able to cast Beseech the Mirror. I'm going to Chrome Mox imprint a Brainstorm, because that means the Lotus Petal is still good, and if I tap the Underground Sea, I'm actually down 2 black instead of 1. And black mana was never a problem. Okay. Foolish me. We'll make black, Dark Ritual, and we will cast Beseech the Mirror, sacrificing the Mox Opal. We'll grab another Beseech the Mirror, cast that, and our opponent has conceded off to game number 2. Okay, I don't love Galvanic Relay in these matchups, so I board that out. We want Chain of Vapor, we want Force of Will, and then we want Beseiju. And you might be thinking, Bryant, this is a matchup where they have Grief, assuming that they are on the Orzhov scam deck. And that might be true, but holding open Veil of Summer is not what you want to be doing in these matchups. So we're going to board them all out, and then 1 copy of Mox Opal. I guess we did see them play a Shadowy Backstreet, so we know that they're the Orzhov deck. They kept 7. Let's keep this. It's not reliant on Echo, so if they opened with Leyline of the Void, we'd still have some game, but they didn't. Instead, they just have a first turn Thoughtseize. Beseech the Mirror would probably be our best draw here. We draw another Ponder. Not the worst. Let's play it. Force of Will, Chain of Vapor, Lion's Eye Diamond. Unfortunately, none of those really help me. We're going to shuffle. And pass. Scrubland. Dothy Voidwalker. Okay. Let's play Ponder. I don't think we're supposed to keep Force of Will. We'll shuffle. Echo of Aeons. We can, in theory, play it the hard way. They attack for 3. We'll go to 17. They play Wasteland. Stoneforge Mystic. They still have 3 cards in hand. So the scary thing about this deck is they play somewhere between 2 and 4 copies of Mindbreak Trap. And in the current position we're in, we can't afford to play around it. We'll grab an Undercity Sewers. This Lion's Eye Diamond, I mean, I guess it's fine. So the game plan here would be to imprint Tendrils of Agony. So we'll have to win using the sideboard copy of Tendrils. And if they have a Mindbreak Trap, we're dead. Okay, so I'm going to hold control. And we'll add 3 black mana to our mana pool. Echo resolved. Okay, so we know that this is actually really awkward. I'm going to have to brainstorm back the Song of Creation, I think. Which is my blue card for the Force. We'll put back the Beseech the Mirror as well. No! Oh, I'm such a dummy. I wanted to put back the Song of Creation. Why did I do that? I just threw. I am the worst. And I boarded out all the Galvanic Relays. I can't even do anything here now. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I guess we'll bargain and brainstorm, I guess? I don't know. I messed up. Yeah, I messed up real bad. Cast Brainstorm. Okay, we're going to go to game 3. I just punted. I had the win. That was real dumb. Resubmit. Okay, no more messing up. This is a keep. Our opponent has taken a mulligan to 5. They play Marsh Flats. Grief, exiling Grief. Okay, so they're probably going to take our Burning Wish here. And they do. Oh wait, you opened up on Ephemery? Come on. Come on. Jeez Louise. What a 5. So the actual pick here I think is supposed to be Lotus Petal. In case I ripped a Beseech the Mirror, but that's not what they did. So I guess I'm hoping to draw Beseech the Mirror. We'll grab an Undercity Sewers. And there's Beseech. Okay. We will fetch. Grab Volcanic Island. Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual. And we will Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, sacrificing the Lotus Petal. Go grab Song of Creation. And I have to pass. So we'll discard the Force of Will here. The Grief Ephemery, I don't have a hand for them to pick apart. Wasteland. They swing for 3, we'll go to 15. Goodbye, Undercity Sewers. That was a good draw. We draw 2. Okay, so I'm going to hold priority on this Ponder. We're going to sacrifice the Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll make, I think it's supposed to be blue mana. Draw 2. Yay. Alright. We're going to keep this. Play the Opal. We'll draw the 2 lands. Play Bloodstained Mire. We'll fetch. Grab Underground Sea. We'll play Ponder. Draw 2. Alright, so we're in a good spot now. Song of Creation is so good. Alright, I'm going to auto-yield from here. Chrome Mox. Imprint Force of Will. Chrome Mox. We came back from my misplay. Lucky me, we are now 2-0 in this Legacy League. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Match number 3, we're on the play. This seems pretty good to me. Keep. Turn 1 Galvanic Relay. This sort of hand reminds me of like the early days of the Epic Storm pre-Ad Nauseam, going way back when, pre-2008, where we used to play Infernal Contract. Like, Galvanic Relay is just a much better Infernal Contract that also scales up. It's just insane. I mean, really, Galvanic Relay is like if Necropotence and Mind's Desire had a kid. Relay for 4. Misty Rainforest, Misty, Chrome Mox, Burning Wish. Not the best 4 cards. Island into Brainstorm. I was hoping that they were on a non-blue deck because we'd have a Song of Creation win on our turn, which we still in theory have. But I think now it might be better to go Burning Wish into Thoughtseize and then try Beseech on the following turn. If we had a better Galvanic Relay, we could have gone for a win here. Ooh. Okay, well now I'm not sure what the game plan is. So they're on Scaminator. We draw Echo. I guess we'll Burning Wish. Yes, we should grab Thoughtseize still. Play the Thoughtseize. I'm going to let them animate dead and then discard my Echo. Alright. We'll take Brainstorm. Play the Chrome Mox. And now we'll pass the turn. Misty Rainforest. So I knew what they drew now, because they already had an Underground Sea in hand. Yeah, thank you for the animate dead here. So we know that they have double days. But I still think I'm most likely going to cast the Echo. We'll go grab the Commercial District. Oh, is Lion's Eye Diamond good here? I'm going to need someone to let me know in the comments section. I'm still not sure if it's like a good card to draw when you're going to draw 7 new cards. So if you're watching this far, let me know. Do you think that Lion's Eye Diamond was a good draw here? We'll add 3 blue. Flash back that Echo. Another Galvanic Relay. Okay. How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6. Chrome Mox does not count. It does not tap for mana. We will fetch. I'll grab Volcanic. I'm willing to ponder. I could Beseech into Relay, but I'd have to bargain a whole bunch and play into stuff that I don't want to. Okay, well, I think I'm going to keep this. Play the Lotus Petal. Storm is 7. And now we will Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, sacrificing Chrome Mox. Storm is 8. Okay, Beseech the Mirror. Bargain again, will sacrifice Mox Opal. And Tendrils of Agony. I guess they didn't find a Force of Will. Sweet. In this matchup, I like bringing in 2 Beseech Ooze and bringing out a couple copies of Mox Opal. So one, it's just stability against the Wasteland Daze deck. Sometimes they have Null Rod in the sideboard, so you also get to answer Null Rod using Beseech Ooze. It's just, it's a hedge. Having more mana sources isn't a bad thing. Okay, this hand seems great. We'll keep. They lead on Underground Sea and 2 Ponder. They did not shuffle. Commercial District. We'll play Misty and pass. Okay. So they're representing an Orcish Bowmasters here. I'll play Commercial District now. We don't need another Beseech the Mirror. No Bowmasters. That's interesting. Brainstorm. So there's some risk here if they grief me. I can't Veil of Summer and pay for days, which is why I wasn't happy with the Commercial District draw. I think we're about to see a Null Rod. So smart. Yep. We'll fetch and go grab our other Surveil land, the Undercity Sewers. Get our Surveil on. Keep the Ponder. Play the Misty. And let's Ponder. I think I want the Lotus Petal the most. We'll pass. On their end step, we'll fetch with the Misty Rainforest going to 18. Grab Bayou. And let's blow up the Null Rod. They find their own copy of Undercity Sewers. Okay. Animate Dead goes to the graveyard. Burning Wish is the draw. We'll play a Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Mox Opal. Let's try to bait out a Force of Will with this Veil of Summer. And we get a Force of Will and a Daze. And now Galvanic Relay for 6. I love this card. It's by far my favorite Magic card right now. It is dethroned Grapeshot. Like, Galvanic Relay is just a beautiful, it's such an amazingly designed card. And now we'll pass. Our opponent has 4 cards still in hand. Brazen Borrower. 3 cards left. Hardcast Grief. Well, we're holding pocket aces, so pick one. They attack for 3, we'll go to 15. And we draw another Burning Wish. So there's no way that our opponent can live through this turn. Like, it's just not possible. I guess we'll start by making a blue. We'll cast Ponder. I think I want the Lotus Petal. We'll play Veil of Summer. That resolves. Lotus Petal. Mox Opal. We'll get rid of the other Mox Opal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Make a red. We'll play Burning Wish from hand. Hold priority. We'll add black-red. Grab Tendrils of Agony. Burning Wish from exile. And now one of the few cards we could actually lose to here is a Mindbreak Trap. Not that our opponent has it, but you might as well Thoughtseize just to beat the theoretical card you could lose to. We'll take Force of Will. And Tendrils of Agony for 18. That is how we do, and now we're 3-0 with Approach of the Second Sun in our deck. How crazy is that? Alright, let's go try to win the next 2 matches. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Round number 4, we're on the play versus a Yorion deck. Our opponent has had some success in larger events with like a Yorion Beanstalk control deck. I'm going to assume that's what they're playing here today. We'll play Commercial District, get our Surveil on. I don't love having Tendrils of Agony in my opening hand, but I do think that this hand is good enough where it's worth keeping. Lush Portico. And their last list did have a Stifle in it. I don't know if they're still playing it or not, but I'm going to fetch in my main phase to avoid that. We'll grab the Undercity Sewers. I don't think I want a Chrome Mox here. We'll get rid of that. I'm trying to draw like a Burning Wish or something else to go with this Galvanic Relay. Like, I want to get them to Force of Will, and then I want a Galvanic Relay. Alright, so no blue mana yet. Brainstorm was a great draw here. We might be able to convert this Tendrils of Agony into something useful. And we've drawn out the Bowmasters, which is good for our storm count. I don't hate that. Brainstorm. There we go. We'll put Tendrils of Agony on top and this Ponder. We'll take some damage off the Bowmasters. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Let's try a Dark Ritual to see if they'll Force of Will a Dark Ritual. Nope. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. And we'll attempt a Burning Wish. Storm is 8. A Force of Negation. And now we get the Galvanic Relay for 10. Heyo! Love it. Red Necro, baby. Red Necropotence. So we have a lot of good cards over there, including the Tendrils of Agony that we put on top of the deck. So now they're going to attack for 5. I'll go to 10. Another Bowmaster, so I'll go to 8. Sure. They have 3 cards remaining. Echo of Aeons. So that doesn't help when they have double Orcish Bowmasters. We'll play Volcanic Island. Lion's Eye Diamond. Storm is 1. Play a Mox Opal. And let's Ponder. I'll take 2 damage off the Bowmasters, but that's fine. Dark Ritual was a fine draw here. We'll take that. We'll tap the Mox Opal for a black. We'll play the other one. Dark Ritual. Tap the Mox Opal, and now we'll Beseech the Mirror with Bargain, sacrificing this Mox Opal. And we'll go grab Gaea as well. And then we'll add black, red. So if they have another Force of Will and they don't counter this, they're dead. And if they do counter it, they're dead. So it doesn't really matter what our opponent does. Like, the only thing they could possibly have here is that 1 of Stifle. But they concede and we're off to the next game. Just as we drew it up. And now, once again, what we do in every blue matchup, we bring in the Beseech Ooze, board out a couple copies of Mox Opal. Easy does it. Game number 2, we're on the draw, and I will keep this. Tropical Island. And Ponder. Let's move the stack back over here. They did not shuffle with Ponder. Another Lion's Eye Diamond was not bad. Let's find a Veil of Summer. Couple copies of Mox Opal. I don't think that this is good enough. We're going to shuffle. Another land. We'll pass. Up the Beanstalk. Another land. We're just going to have to play a little bit of a slower game here. So you might be feeling pressured by Up the Beanstalk. I would not. I don't think using Beseech on Up the Beanstalk is really what we want to be doing in this spot. They play a basic Plains. And if you really decide you want to destroy the Up the Beanstalk, you can. But, like, let's make sure that they don't have a Deafening Silence first. Or a Null Rod or something else. We'll get rid of Chromox. We don't need that. Okay, we'll play a Bloodstained Mire and pass. So, like, if we fetch on their end step and see that we have a card we like, you can then consider destroying the Up the Beanstalk. Like, right now it's not even doing anything. Sure, you can Brainstorm. They cycle a Yorion Revealed to shuffle the Brainstorm. They find a Hedge Maze. They play it in Surveil 1. We'll fetch. They kept the card on top with their Hedge Maze. We'll Surveil. I do not want another land. I'm going to wait another turn on the Beseech. I want to see what I draw. Okay. So still no Veil of Summer, still no Galvanic Relay. And it's worth noting that they've left open a green mana almost this entire game. There's a reasonable chance that they have Veil of Summer. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. And once again, leaving open that Tropical Island. They have 7 cards. I think I'm going to take another draw here. Beseech the Mirror. Okay. I guess we can Beseech the Beanstalk. They grab a Lush Portico. They put a Misty to the graveyard. Let's Burning Wish. We don't have the mana to Burning Wish and Beseech in the same turn. So my plan here is, if this resolves, and it's obviously not, to just go grab the Galvanic Relay. They Polluted Delta. And Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, is back from the Underworld. I would not be surprised if our opponent has triple Force in their hand at the moment. Or even something better. Like, we've given them a lot of time to sculpt. And meanwhile, we've drawn a lot of duds. Brainstorm was good, though, so we'll cast that. Hoping to draw into Galvanic Relay. We did not. We'll put those back, I suppose. Fetch. Grab the Underground Sea. And I think I'm actually just going to cast Beseech the Mirror the hard way. The old Diabolic Tutor. They're playing Daze. I guess I could have chose to play around Daze. It was not something that was on my radar. Okay. Feel a little bit foolish right now. I could have played out a Lotus Petal, but I didn't. They attack for 3. Okay. Yeah, I just gave our opponent way too much time this game. Dark Ritual. I mean, we saw a third of our deck and I never found a relay. I mean, it can happen. It's just a little unfortunate. We'll Beseech the Mirror with Bargain. That resolves. Is it crazy to just relay here? Like, I feel like they allowed it to happen for a reason, so I'm going to relay for 5. Let's hope the 5 cards are good. Lotus Petal, Beseech, Burning Wish, Brainstorm, Veil of Summer. I mean, that pretty good 5. And now they fetch for an Underground Sea. There's an Orcish Bowmasters. So they're going to attack me for 8. That puts me to 2. I'm dead if they have another Bowmaster. Mystic Sanctuary for Brainstorm. I guess I'm supposed to try to Veil of Summer here. Okay, game 3. Let's try that again. We have found the Galvanic Relays. I will keep this. Commercial District. I think we want the lands. I don't really want to get rid of my lands in this matchup just because having all 5 is actually pretty important as the games go longer, and we're trying to play a longer game. Bloodstained Mire, we'll pass. Misty Rainforest, they're not playing anything out. We will fetch. Grab an Undercity Sewers. We don't need the Misty, we'll get rid of that. Dark Ritual. So this makes me just short of being able to double relay. I'm going to wait until I either get another artifact or I draw another red source. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Orcish Bowmasters on the end step here. Underground Sea. There it is. I am at 18. They play Savannah. And now they attack. We'll go to 16. Up the Beanstalk. Sure. Another Dark Ritual. I think I'm going to be patient and just wait. They play a Brainstorm. Flooded Strand. They have 5 cards in hand. They attack. We'll go to 14. So technically that does give me Metalcraft. Let's try a Dark Ritual. Chrome Mox. No imprint. Chrome Mox. No imprint. So you might be saying, why not imprint the Echo? 1, you could use the Echo later. But 2, if my opponent has a Leyline Binding, I don't want to incentivize them to use it here. We'll play another Dark Ritual. My sideboard is just like in the worst possible spots. Maybe I'll just close it for now. Let's Galvanic Relay for 6. A Veil of Summer, a couple cantrips, Mox Opal, an Echo, and another Echo. That's a lot of draw spells. And now a Galvanic Relay for 7. Beseech the Mirror, Ponder, Volcanic Island, Lotus Petal, Tendrils of Agony, and a Veil of Summer. Not a lot of mana in that pile. Our opponent uses Flooded Strand and grabs a Hedge Maze. Surveils away a Hydroblast. Wasteland. Good draw for them here. Hits my Commercial District. Witherbloom Command on my Mox Opal. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the mana denial plan is probably good here. They have 4 cards left. We draw a useless land. Okay, we'll play out Lotus Petal. Play the Mox Opal. We'll Ponder. None of these cards make mana, so we're going to shuffle. There we go. Our opponent has 4 cards. 1 damage here doesn't matter, so we're going to allow that to happen. Play the Volcanic Island. Play Lion's Eye Diamond. And this might be a card our opponent wants to fight over. They don't. We will attempt a Veil of Summer. The Force of Will, exiling a Force of Negation. I am going to attempt another Veil of Summer in response. The Force of Negation, exiling Blue Elemental Blast. So they get 1 unknown card here off the Up the Beanstalk. I mean, if it's a Veil of Summer, I'm going to cry. But I don't think we're supposed to play around it. So Storm is 9. I'm sorry, Storm's 8. Let's Ponder. We'll take the Chrome Mox, leave the Burning Wish on top. Because if they do have a card that stops me here, next turn I could Burning Wish for the sideboard, Beseech the Mirror, and try to win that way. We'll play the Chrome Mox, exile the Echo of Aeons, make 3 black. I mean, is it just foolish here to not cast I think it's actually just wrong to not play the Gaia's Will. Yeah, let's go get Gaia's Will. This gives me the best ability to not lose something like Veil of Summer. Play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Lotus Petal. Actually, I probably played too many spells already, but oh well. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. I'm thinking that maybe I'm supposed to go grab the Song of Creation. Or is that just too much? So if I was playing for like a GP top 8 right now, what would I do? Or Eternal Weekend top 8. We have 10 minutes. We can spend some time thinking about this. So I can bargain away Chrome Mox. And then Veil of Summer to stop Bowmaster triggers. I think that's probably like the actual correct move. I'm going to hold priority and let's play Song of Creation. In response, I'll add 3 green. We'll play Veil of Summer. So our opponent does get 2 more Orcish Bowmaster triggers. And if like they top deck the Hydro Blast, we know that they don't have Veil of Summer and nothing matters. Okay, we'll play out a Lotus Petal. Auto yield to some triggers. And the opponent concedes. But eventually, I would win with Approach of the Second Sun here. I think that's just like the cleanest way to do it. Or build up so much mana and then Tendrils of Agony. If they Veil of Summer, then you can approach. You have 24 cards left in deck. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to Echo of Aeons in the middle somewhere. But it would be fine because you'd have so many resources that they could never recover. But that's the match. Raforo about to play for a trophy with Approach of the Second Sun. I can't believe it. This is great. All right, see you in match number 5. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Match number 5 for the trophy, we're on the play. Our opponent has a history of playing the blue-black Scaminator, Reanimator deck, whatever you would like to call it. And here we have an explosive hand where you get to roll the dice that your opponent doesn't have Force of Will. You'll get to start the game with 4 Storm and 1 permanent in play. It could go very bad if they did keep a Force of Will. My general belief is that you're supposed to mulligan hands like this, because like the upside is that you get to start the game with 4 Storm. But the Mox Opal isn't actually worth that much, and the downside is you just flat out lose the game. So I think that this hand is a mulligan. Okay, so what does this do? You bottom like Echo, and then you can turn 1 Beseech? No, you can't turn 1 Beseech. Okay, so I'm going to imprint this. We're going to bottom Beseech the Mirror. And I think we're actually just going to put a bunch of mana in play and pass and hope that they discard me. We'll imprint Echo, cast Ponder, or we could just try to Echo now. I'd probably still lose to Force of Will, but we have a much better hand. From Mox. So like the upside here is if you get to resolve Echo, you're really far ahead. Instead of just being like back where you started. Spin the wheel on Echo of Aeons. Please resolve. Pretty please. Ayo. And now we can Galvanic Relay for a bunch. Mox Opal, Chrome Mox, imprint Ponder. We will fetch and go grab a Surveil land. Let's go grab Commercial District. We'll put Echo of Aeons to the graveyard. And then Galvanic Relay for 8. Heyo, love that. Starting the game with 5 mana in play, 8 cards in exile, and Echo of Aeons in the graveyard, and 2 cards in hand. Let's go. I love the Epic Storm. Like, this deck is just so much fun. And our opponent concedes. I'm going to assume they're still on the Reanimator deck. We'll bring in 2 Beseiju. Board out a couple copies of Mox Opal. Game number 2, our opponent's taking a mulligan. I think I'm going to try this. It's a little bit clunky, but we're on the draw. We have the Commercial District to help us find land number 2. Fluted Delta. Dark Ritual is not a particularly good draw here. I guess it helps me like Galvanic Relay. We'll keep the Chrome Mox. So like maybe the plan is that we Galvanic Relay next turn. We'll imprint an Echo, cast Ponder, Lotus Petal. Yeah, maybe that's it. They surveil away a Wasteland. So does that mean you already have a Wasteland? No. Gothy Voidwalker. Sure. Let's play Lotus Petal. Chrome Mox. Imprint the Echo. And now we'll Ponder. Mox Opal would be a good find here. Lion's Eye Diamond, Beseech the Mirror. I mean, this was good. I just need the Dark Ritual to resolve. Lion's Eye Diamond. Let's try our luck here. Dark Ritual. Firm is 5. Sweet. And now we can Galvanic Relay for 6. You know, not a bad relay. I wish we didn't flip another Echo, but beggars can't be choosers. Fluted Delta. They still have 4 cards in hand. They attack for 3. I'll go to 17. Drawing the land was good. We'll play Lotus Petal. Misty Rainforest. Let's fetch down to 16 life. We'll grab Underground Sea. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Let's try a Burning Wish. Storm is 4. They Force of Will, exiling Ponder. Okay. Storm is 5. We'll sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond for red. Blue, green. And now we'll play Song of Creation. Orcish Bowmasters, they have 1 card left in hand. So, like, let's assume it's an average case scenario. It's like a daze, and we can beat that here. Beseech the Mirror with Bargain. So the worst possible outcome here is that I draw the Tendrils of Agony. So you should sacrifice the Song of Creation. And then we can even grab another Beseech the Mirror, and we'll play that. And now we'll Tendrils of Agony. And we just beat Scaminator twice to 5-0. Let's go! Undefeated trophy with Approach of the Second Sun! Oh, wow, that was sweet. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you believe in Approach of the Second Sun? What do you think of the deck list? Also, Galvanic Relay looked amazing this league. I can't believe people choose to not play that card in their Storm decks. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a terrific day, and as always, keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's no better way to support our channel. If you're interested in elevating your combo game, visit theepicstorm.com/tutoring for details about our coaching sessions. Don't worry, there's more great combo content coming right up.